Hello again, friends. This is Trooper Barry, and welcome back to Crisis in the Kremlin, Cold War. You might remember we played this on the channel a few weeks ago, last month. The demo came out, and we had a good time with it. And now, as you can see right here, the game is out in full release. It came out on July 11th. There were some delays. From what I was told, the developers, Nostalgames, they sent the final build to Steam twice, but it got rejected for whatever reason, I don't know. But regardless, it's out now. So I thought we might take a look at the full release and then see what's new and to check it out. In the demo, you're only allowed to play one in-game year. So presumably now you can play however long. Oh, I should say that the sticker price on Steam is $7.99. It is 10% off until July 19th, so you got a little time to get a little bit of a discount there. If you're not sure it's your thing, there is still a demo up, so you can check that out. Let's check our settings here. Okay, that's all fine. I might bring that down just a touch. Yeah, no mods, that's fine. Oh, right, before we do that, again, I just note, this thing has an extensive playlist. Much of which is going to get flagged on YouTube, but hey, that's fine. I'm nowhere near getting monetized. Yeah, so here's the idea. I want to play about a couple hours, just give you an idea what's there, and if you want to see me play more, just pop a comment down on YouTube, let me know. We're gonna go kind of quickly. Probably not gonna be like peak gameplay, but we're just here to experience the game, see what it has to offer, and we can take another crack at it later once we have an idea what we're dealing with. Yes, I think I got 6 starting potential. 6 potential starting characters you can be. As you get your selection. I think probably I think we only have 85 right now. Oh, the last hero. Oh, last hero mode must be like Iron Man in the Paradox games. Okay. Well, as I say, we're just here to check stuff out. So we'll go with the guy we tried in the demo, our man Mikhail Gorbachev. You got realism. Perfect difficulty for both beginners and experts. There's arcade, easy mode. Offers the most fun. Sandbox, just do whatevsies. Archipelago, ready to see what the bleakest dystopia looks like now. We'll just try it out in realism. Okay, so we'll go with Gorbachev. Yeah, we'll go ahead. Okay, so yes, a real-time strategy game. So we're taking over on March 11th, 1985. We've got to save the USSR from collapse. If real life is any kind of indication, it won't be easy. Okay, current game. Yeah, speed 1, 2, 3, and you can activate by pressing that. Oh yeah, they're still doing the thing where you have to close every individual window. You can't just mouse through. Right. So this is the U.S. DEFCON, and if it hits DEFCON 1, well, bad things. So opinion with the U.S., with China, France. Our combat readiness special service. Oh yeah, you can also pop this out and get even more. This is like our domestic stuff: secret services, military, army, intelligentsia, unity, and then the spiritual contentment was that there last time? I can't remember. Huh. Okay, we got to do research. We got a lot of modifiers. We got elections in other countries. And, science points not being used. Interesting. Let's see. Okay, there's our political authority. There's the research mention. That's our population. Strength of the radical opposition. Our budget surplus, and then our cash reserves. Okay. Time to start clicking buttons. This is the diplomacy map. You can see that's us. Okay, so we can withdraw nuclear weapons, declare state of emergency. Okay, one time. Okay. Yeah, so that's the name of the country. So that's us. Yeah, so our leadership should be loyal. Nuclear weapon, no effects, and then subject. Okay. Yeah, right now we're conservative socialism, and the ruling party, not surprisingly, the Communist Party. Right, so the leadership course defends. Okay. Autonomy, subject, equal subject. Occupation satellite, we're under the influence of a major power. Okay, yeah, as I said, we're not going to linger. Because we do want to get to some actual game. I know that's the stereotypical thing with strategy games. Like any good strategy game, the first thing you do is hit pause. Fortunately for us, the game starts paused. Okay, so our decisions. Right. Yeah. So we got like diplomatic. Yeah. But see, like the regular tiered progress. Okay. Yeah. So we have a peaceful space program. USA public satisfaction, it goes down, or does our public satisfaction with the U.S. or the U.S. public satisfaction with us? Okay. Diplo, that's political. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So if I remember correctly, yeah. So we had these in the demo, but we couldn't do anything because there's this. Yeah, there's the yeah. So because we're settling the job, like for the first year, you can't change any doctrines. Okay, so it's just good to know that it's here. Okay, if y'all say so. Yeah, here's our budget. Economic, one of the most important parts of the game. Yeah, and this will be where a lot of the if you're prone to like micromanagement and fiddling with buttons, this is probably where you're going to spend a lot of your time. Yeah, so right now we have a positive balance, but only just. Okay, that's our reserves. So our exports. Under a planned economy, you cannot invest more money in import articles than what you receive from exports. So if you want to keep a planned economy, bear that in mind. Our inflation so far, all right. Debts to foreign creditors. You can take loans from the U.S., France, or the IMF. Ooh. I don't know about those first two. And then fixed expenses. Yes, those are ones we cannot mess with. Or yeah, monthly mandatory expenses. We got to have, apparently we have to have some diplomacy. Okay, we're going to come back. Oh, so there's a rollback. Oh, nice. So there's an undo button. That's very nice, actually. Stats, okay. Doctrines, yes. Our policy in a particular area that we can't change any of these, at least just not yet. It's like international treaties, for example. Yeah, so we can't. Okay, the transitioning are below. Yeah, so we wanted to do any of these. Yeah, so the settling to the job modifier is still there, but that's good to know. Yeah, so we got like our diplomatic, our economic, and like political. Okay. Yeah, research. Here we go. This is one that I got more into during my initial playthrough. So we got like modern computer architecture. We got like mass implementation. Okay. We got space technologies. We got military satellites. You can work down radar. anti-satellite space weapons, heavy interplanetary ship, long-term lunar base. Yeah, some of this stuff is really cool. Agricultural, yeah, I mean, helping people eat probably be a pretty darn important thing. We got military tech. If you do want to go militarist, that'd be a place to focus. Atomic, well, pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so this is... So some U.S. technologies duplicate the player's technologies, so the country that implements them first will gain significant technological admiration of the global community. In addition to fundamental, also conducts humanitarian research which can influence policy of the countries with the player's country. Okay. This is where we see what the Americans are doing. So, yeah, so last time we went hard on cybernetics and computers. And it does look like these are mutually exclusive. So if a branch's breach has already started, it increases the cost science of other branches by 20 points until all sciences of this branch are fully researched. So if you're going to go, you're going to have to lock in quick. So, okay, yes, yes. This is where, in case we need to, we can appoint or maybe kick out here, and we're gonna have to do that soon. Like, see, the guys will be. We got some older folks here, 75. We got 79. Yes, some of these folks are gonna pop their clogs during the game. We're gonna have to replace them. So this is where we come. So they had diplomacy, intrigue, and economy from 0 to 5. We're kind of okay, I guess. So yeah, if you want, so Gromyko here might be a good choice for foreign secretary, whereas this guy right here probably more the economy. Okay, the color shows the faction. Okay. Do we know which? Okay. Anyway, we'll get there. Okay, well, we're not. We got nowhere to appoint them yet. We got the Congress. Okay, so here we go. So we got our social patriots, informal socialists. None of them. Neo-Stalinist conservatives. This is like the main group right now. They want to preserve the achievements of Brezhnev's rule. Moderates, reformers. Yeah, we kind of lean more toward this part in our first playthrough. Actually, I don't remember the social patriots being around, or the informal socialists. So maybe they built this out. Yeah, so the moderates, the conservatives are kind of the main ones here. Like the neo-Stalinists and the reformers are kind of moving along. You learn the number of hidden supporters through party or because they like intelligence services. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I want to check one thing real quick. I'm trying to remember. Let's see. So we got that. Science points not being used. Okay, so you can right-click and make those go away. That's good. Okay, so let's see. The science points right now. We have military, physical, cybernetic, and civil. Okay, so if you wanted to do modern computer architecture, this would take cybernetic, physic, and then from there. Okay, yeah, we got that. There's not enough to research. Okay, we got to get there first, right? We did that. So the next tier of that would take cybernetic, physic, and cybernetic and civil rather. Okay, so let's go for like, modern computer architecture, and hopefully that'll tell us when we're done. Now let's go to the budget. So if I remember correctly, yeah, so you can up the budget for one of these, and then you can get different kind of points. Like if we up digital technology, we'll get extra cybernetic points, and you can see so every everyone above 70, the forgery goes down, light industry goes up, power of the intelligence service goes up, but the loyalty of the intelligence services goes down, which is not ideal. So this is civilian technologies, civil science points, good. We like that. Medical gives civil, physical, healthcare and availability of healthcare. That's not bad. And then education just gets you a little bit of everything. And there's no downside to these. Now the flip side is you don't get any increased loyalty, but I don't hate that. So actually, why don't we do? So if we kick this up by 10, all of a sudden we have a deficit here. And you notice, so the first reflex, just cut the military, but we're already kind of spending remarkably low on the military. So where can we find some money to cut back a touch? Import of art? The intelligentsia? Yeah, we don't want to cut back on. We need food, and we can't touch these because these are fixed, like they said earlier. Okay, can we envelope for civil service? Oh, this just gives us our political power points, though. Maybe we shave. Actually, I'm going to shave 2 points off of political propaganda. We're going to kick up education and the medical system, so we're right back where we were. Okay, so after about 15 minutes, let's get going. Okay, so. Yeah, so there's a newspaper event. Yeah, so Mikhail Gorbachev took over. Yeah, so this is just giving us potential names, and then so yeah, we're making the appeal to the Soviet people. Yeah, so Konstantin Chernenko has passed away, and so now we elected us as the next general secretary. Okay, so the regular one. So green option means we met, red means not met, gray means there's no conditions. Okay, so Euro-Missile crisis. After the Reagan administration, influenced by conservative military circles settled in the White House, all the results of the detente of the 70s came to naught. Since the beginning of the decade, the situation in Europe has continued to deteriorate. We deployed several hundred medium-range missiles to the territory of the GDR and the CSR, and the USA deployed its missiles. So the Euro-Missile crisis has reached its climax. Maybe we should try to find common ground? So we increase the number of missiles in place in Hungary as well. Military going to love that. It's going to cost us some money, and yeah, it's going to ding relations with the U.S. Continue with what we have. Combat readiness goes up a little bit of ding, but not too much. Or we can take the hit from the military leadership and a little bit of points, but relations to go up with the West. Because we have more. Okay, so because we have 10 points to spend. So we're going to spend 10 points either way. Oh, actually, excuse me, that's going to cost us 25. Ooh. Okay, we'll go. Yeah, let's. We're not going to be like buddy with the West, certainly not. But we don't. Maybe we can try to. I don't know. We can just try to bank some good relations now, so we can be a little sneaky later. Okay, so we got livestock shortage -1. Click on the warning. Okay, Main country indicators, top left and right parts of the screen. Okay. Change on the first day of the month. Okay. DEF CON, yeah, 5 normal, 1 max. Oh, if relations with the US fall below 15, DEF CON goes up by 1. And by up means so from 5 to 1. If relations with the US rise above 100, DEF CON, oh, so it actually goes both ways. Interesting. Okay, US, France, China. Military readiness. Okay, there we go. It is involved in war zones with the if it also falls below a certain level, it can reach. So you don't necessarily want to just like disband the entire military because we gotta be ready for that stuff. Okay, security services. So if it falls below a certain level, you notice the game doesn't actually say what that is. Okay, ooh, okay, lots of political power we like. Total science, yeah, working on that. Our pop growth is flat right now. The opposition gaining strength. Budget, okay, budget is positive. We like that a lot. Okay, so military, economic, influence, ideology, and relations with the player. There we go. So, okay, yeah. So that's okay. So the closer to like orange, I guess. Yeah, the higher the relations. Okay. I don't know. I like to look at that. So here we go. Second most powerful person in the party in the state. So yeah, we need a number 2. The second secretary oversees ideology and personal policy, and also leads being the secretary in your absence, Politer. Okay, so this is kind of the thing where it's like who we can start have to kind of shape our direction. Like who are we with? Who's do we want to be put in power? So we got Richard Kosolopov, an admirer of Stalin, usually the rehabilitation of Vyacheslav Molotov, sympathetic to the neo-Stalinists. We got Pyotr Demichev, culture minister, ideologist of Brezhnev era, conservatives, Yegor Ligachev, moderate, nominee of Yuri Andropov, an experienced regional leader. Okay. He's very much on econ. If there can be ideology and personnel policy, you probably want some intrigue on their part. Vladimir Dolgich, working since 1983 on the Commission for the Development of Economic Reform. Okay, another econ guy. And the other one is Alexander Yakovlev. He was a bully for nationalists in the literary gazette, removed work instead of an ambassador to Canada. Okay, well, here's a... Yeah, no one particularly has a good intrigue score. Well, I take that back, Demichev has, but he's sympathetic to the conservatives. He's also 67. He's got 21 relations with us. Yakovlev loves us. So does Dolgich. Okay, yeah, so our second in command probably better have a good, a high opinion of us. I guess we'll go, yeah, let's try, let's go with Yakovlev. So if we do that, we get more, yeah, so they get plus 25 authority points, and then the Lib Dems and reformers will get influence. All reformers, okay, I don't mind kind of splitting that a little bit. Okay, so after the upcoming party Congress, he'll push the second secretary. Okay. Sverdlovsk Colonel. Okay. Okay, your close person considered the candidacy of the first of the Sverdlovsk. Okay, yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, so we got this this rising star. The majority of the Politburo agrees with your proposal, except for Tikhonov, who does not feel it. So we can put this person as the secretary for construction. So the reformers and the moderates will be okay with it. Tikhonov is not going to like it. I mean, who's... Oh, we don't get a pop-up for Tikhonov, but I don't know. So instead of being is required for the Minister of Industry, so they Tikhonov really not going to like that. Dolgik and then that one and that one. Okay, so we could do this to appease the conservatives, or we can just say nah. Okay, so this will cost us authority points. But I mean, so they'll be moderates plus 10 or reformers, moderates. Yeah, basically, the moderates are fine, the Lib Dems are fine, reformers are fine, everyone else not so much. So if they're that good, he's able to improve regional indicators for supplying with the necessary food products and also achieve the construction of the metro, gaining experience in the field of construction. Yeah, so yeah, Ligachev and Dolgik, both fans of us. Minister of... yeah, you know what? Go for it. Okay, yeah, Tikhonov is definitely sympathetic to the conservatives. He's also 79, so maybe he won't be around so long. Okay, so we are... Okay, so the 10 members of the Politburo. Those ones who don't actually... So the next plenum is we can strengthen our influence by promoting loyal candidates and tipping candidates to our side. So we can do status and orthodoxies. So that'd be, so neo-Stalinists and social patriots. Conservatives, duh. Moderates, duh. Moderate reformists, okay, so the moderates and reformers. Curious blend. We can go for radical reformers, totally radical, dude. Or we can keep the status quo, and it'll make the moderates and the conservatives happy. As I say, we're not necessarily going for like maximally optimal gameplay here. We're just looking for, we're just trying stuff. So you know what? Let's see. See that the reformers plus 10, reformers and Lib Dems plus 15. Yeah, let's go big. Go big or go home. Okay, so even the Yuri Andropov. Oh right, yeah, we got the. I need to remember this for the so our livestock shortage. I don't know what we do about that though. Military, yeah. So we're not spending military or civil. That's fine. We can save those for later. Okay, so over the last day, the rate of economic growth has decreased significantly. Disproportionately, the development of industries, lack of consumer goods, workers in industries with loss of labor. Most importantly, fixed assets are becoming obsolete, while the introduction of new technologies lags behind. So, we can accelerate by expanding imports, budget spending, and recognize the lag of the economy. Charades our mechanical engineering led to world level in just a few 5-year plans. I've heard that before. Second group proposes to restore Andropov's methods, arguing this will revive production and reduce the amount of downtime. Or, all the words about the problems of the Soviet Union are all lies and slander against the socialist system. Okay, well, unfortunately, we can't do that because the proper people are not happy enough with us. So, we can endorse discipline. So, more law and order, more available essential goods, less forgery, less corruption, less unity. The social patriots deal. Okay, so the people we don't like all like that. We can accelerate. So more points for the next 2 years. Essential goods goes down, more corruption, less luxury. A 50 hit to our reserve, we can tank that. The moderates and the reformers like it, or we can just say, Nah, bro, we're fine. What would that do? Okay, no. Let's again. We're going full Big Bang reforms here. So during the 12th five-year plan, it's planned to increase the growth rate to 20 to 22%. Oh dear. Industrial output to 21 to 24%, and agriculture to double. The goal is to catch up the United States in terms of industrial production by 2000. Okay, real quick. Good. Okay, I don't... Livestock shortage, what do I do about this? Well, we'll check in next month. Okay. So the Treaty of Friendship, Cooperation, and Mutual Assistance. The creation of the Warsaw Pact Organization. I noticed it spelled with a Z. So the friendship was concluded for 30 years, and now, because of the expiration date, it needs to be extended. This could be a chance to provide certain signals to our strategic adversaries. So we continue with the anti-Western rhetoric. So that'll ding the radical opposition by 5. Wow. Less civil activity, more consensus unity. It's going to hurt relations with the West, and especially the U.S. or Western European. Okay. Continue with the conciliatory rhetoric, positive relations, a little bit liberalization, more social activity, or just do with that unnecessary noise. I don't know what the crisis point would be here. Let's see, that'd be like a one-time reduction of 5. That would be... Yeah, that'd be like 10, at this rate, like 10 months. I think we can do better. Okay, so the livestock went away. That's good. So we're trending negative there, positive. Large negative with the strength of the special services. Everything else appears to be slightly negative to manageable. Are we gaining science points? We're definitely gaining political authority. That's fine. Okay, we had a huge swing in the budget. And I don't know why. Well, hang on. Before we do that, let's find out what this is. Okay, anti-alcohol campaign. Yeah, we saw this during the demo as well. The party most zealously advocates for leads for a new anti-alcohol campaign. Likashov that's drifted into an exemplary sobriety zone. Now they want to fight drunkenness. Reduce vodka production by 10%. But think of the revenue. Other probably opportunity for these areas of Brezhnev's campaigns, increasing prices for high-proof alcohol and reducing its production in exchange for increasing the production of wine and beer. The Council of Ministers against the campaign. There's nothing to close the budget hole that is created by sharp production revenues. There we go. Now, by strengthening the anti-alcohol propaganda, indicates we can follow Andrew Bob's to become a folk hero by making vodka even cheaper. So there's the effort to release even cheaper vodka. I don't think that would be a good idea. Ban only strong alcohol. So if fight drunkenness, that'd be like the whole. So tax revenue would increase by 20%. That's bad timing. Again, we just got a negative budget there. The Brezhnev increasing the production of low alcohol drinks. Okay, a little hit to unity, a little bit more forgery, more intelligentsia loyalty. That wouldn't be the worst thing. 10% more tax increase and income for agriculture. Hey, there we go. Accessibility of healthcare. That's by 0.1. This brings it up by healthcare level by 5. I mean that tax revenue though. Okay, you know what? How can I possibly ignore those eyebrows? Let's give it the full Brezhnev. Now we'll go for import substitution, but within our own borders. Okay, so on second time, so party is managed to reduce the production of strong alcohol and expand the production of grape wines and beer. increase prices for hydrogen alcohol, and limit the time of trade increase to 30 degrees and above. Oh, so when it's too hot, we do. Okay, interesting. In addition to propaganda for a sober lifestyle, scenes with alcohol content were secretly cut from films. So where's the intelligentsia? Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, they're kind of just so-so. Okay, yeah, meeting in Leningrad. All right. Okay, let me check. So how's our science research doing? Okay, we're about halfway there on the cybernetic, and a little bit about 2/3 of the way there on the physic. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so if we do that, these are all the so adoption a unified computer architecture or a main unified operating system. Okay, and that'll get us. Ooh. So for a one-time -5 to the reserve, we get +1 physics civilian points and +1 competitiveness. Hey, that's not bad at all. Campaign against racism. Okay, so this is the South Africa one. South Africa is in full apartheid these days. Right, so somehow Reagan got talked into sanctioning South Africa, so we can join the sanctions. It's going to piss off South Africa, unsurprisingly. But the U.S. will be in on it, and the West, and all of Europe will like it. Condemn the interference, so South Africa's going to be into it. Israel's going to be into it. Shocking. But everyone else is going to hate it. Or we can say neutral, and well, everyone but South Africa is going to hate it. You know what? South Africa's just going to have to suck on it and like it. You know, if the apartheid regime collapses, oh well. Okay, Finland, Denmark, yeah. So I think if we have the ability to influence if we want to, but I don't know we necessarily do. Okay, our trade is trending down. I don't like that. Okay, by agreement with Andrei Gromyko, you switch your candidacy, nominated for this honorary government position. Oh, okay. Okay, so if we do that, then we're going to need a new Minister of Foreign Affairs. That's totally fine. Yeah, he's like 76. So he's not going to be around that long. Right, here we go. So because Gromyko got got shuffled, so now we need a new foreign minister. So we have Yevgeny Tjelnikov. Yeah, the Komsomol, the patron of Russian nationalists, now did the in Romania. Okay, good diplomacy. As a conservative. You have Oleg Troyanovsky, former ambassador to Japan, now permanent representative to the UN. Moderate. Alright, 65. Real good diplomacy. Alexander Besmerdink, the U.S. Department of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Peaceful initiatives, 51, reformers. Compromising, unambitious. Diplomacy of 4. Okay, he's 51. Troyanovsky's 65. Or Edward Shevardnadze. And he was in no way connected with the strength of foreign affairs. However, this was all the leadership take the foreign policy into your own hands. Okay, yeah, he doesn't know shit about butts when it comes to diplomacy. Yeah, he's a liberal Democrat, but man, no, we cannot do that. So yeah, Troyanovsky, really good. Compromising Orientalist, so more Eastern oriented and peaceful. Or peaceful, compromising, and unambitious. Great professionalism, broad worldview, high culture. You know what? Besmerdink sounds like our guy. Plus, unlike Troyanovsky, he absolutely is. He's a big fan of us. And we like, yeah, so like, and the reformers are going to be bitter, and yeah, I guess we're if we're anything, we are considered a reformer. So this will be helping out our people. Now, stop real quick. We got to figure out this budget situation. So I don't want to keep running a deficit. I'm a little okay. Infrastructure. I don't think we want to mess with that. What is this? Kult Prozet. Okay, this is another intelligentsia thing. Environmental support. Okay, if I take this down one, okay, then we're balanced. Okay. So yeah, we're not. Honestly, the relations we have with U.S., France, and China are just kind of eh. So we'll try to beg, borrow, and steal where we can. Okay, here we go. So World Festival of Youth and Students. Right. So we can make this a propaganda thing, or we can just be chill. So you can give people carte blanche to criticize superpowers and allow free communication between our students and foreigners. The intelligentsia will love that. Unity. Take a little bit of a hit. Civil activity. Do not limit contacts, but censor possible anti-Soviet. Okay, they don't like that. Or, because our secret services are robust enough, we can go full crackdown. You know what? So I wonder. So the intelligence are most upset about internal doctrines and the economy. But this be like a So it'd be like 50 at the current rate, like 50 months of intelligence. Let's try that. Let's. Hey, they can criticize superpowers. Maybe they'll criticize the U.S. Who knows? Okay, so now we got to, of course, as communists, we love our slogans. So what kind of slogan are we going to have for the World Festival of Youth and Students? Victory over imperialism, solidarity, and Marxist change. China into that, everyone else not so much. Fighting against imperialism for solidarity and social justice. So, informal socialists and neo-Stalinists, social patriots and conservatives, again, China into it. USA not, France, they don't care. By respecting our past, we build our future. Which is, France and China are into it. Social patriots and the National Democrats. Peace, solidarity, and social change. The U.S. likes that. So the moderates and reformers. Globalize the fight for peace. Solidarity and development. U.S. and France love it. Or don't even do one. I think China, again, fellow communist, they love their slogans too, so they're not going to like that. But the U.S. and France are going to love it. The reformers and the Lib Dems. Well, I think China could be a little bit better, but yeah, I want the cushion to annoy the U.S. and France later, but I also don't want to tank relations with China. There's not a lot of wiggle room with China relations as it is, so we'll take that. Okay, so the equal responsibility to power. Okay, condemn Soviet. Well, okay. Well, they're a student. What do they know? I mean, Soviet intervention in internal affairs of Afghanistan. I say. Oh, you kids these days. Okay, we're almost. Oh yeah, what's the U.S. working on? The U.S. is going the second wave of unscientific philosophy. Postmodernism, the web, GMO crops, non-governmental. Okay, that's an interesting. That's quite the tech tree. Okay, all right, here we go. I like they were passing up Star Wars, but no. So, remember when I said we were gonna move to annoy the West? Okay, so we were doing nice things for them, and now they're taking down. Oh wait, I wonder if there's an equilibrium, and if they go above it, they're pulled back down. If they're below it, they get pulled back up. Oh, maybe that's it. That's why the swing got bigger. Oh, okay. All right, well that's fine. We'll help it along. Okay, so Reagan and his Star Wars. So we can make our own Star Wars with blackjack and hookers. So we can start researching military satellites. Ooh. But that will that also mean it's going to slow down our other research, I think. So yeah, the aggro folks are going to love it, but I see the U.S. That's going to completely wipe out our relations with the U.S. And it's also going to have a big hit with our peaceful politicians, and we got a lot of those in our ranks, so we can threaten to do it. We can develop an asymmetric response, so the military will be like it. We'll spend money, not quite as many points. It still can absolutely destroy relations with the U.S. Make a diplomatic protest. Yeah, the military and the military and the special. The other officials won't like it. The U.S. Well, they won't like it, but they won't like it less. Unilateral moratorium. Well, everyone's gonna like that except the anti-Atlanticists. The military and the special services really aren't gonna like it, or we can just ignore it. Yeah, I think this is probably like the least bad option. The Euro-Atlanticists aren't going to like it. The military and the special services, but they only lose a little. And again, anything sort of just straight up backing down is going to hurt relations with the U.S. But you know what? Just do it. So we can't let the U.S. Unilaterally do this and get away with it. Yeah, Star Wars is exclusively peaceful in nature, especially in defense. Sure it is, Ronnie. Okay, we're negative again, but not like aggressively so. Okay, nothing is forgotten. Right, so the grave of Mengele was found in Brazil. Oh, wow. Some public figures to the 40th anniversary proposed an anti-fascist month. We can also offer Brazil, which will improve relations. Okay, so conference with a Brazilian leader, going to cost us a little money. Oh, interesting, but they lose independence under the influence of the U.S. Ooh, we like that. Or we just straight up hold an anti-fascist month. It's cheaper. Or ignore it. No, come on. We'll spend a little money. We can knock Brazil out of the U.S. orbit. Absolutely. Oh, apparently the internal political situation in Brazil leaves much to be desired. Apparently the president of the new republic will not last long. Ah, well. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, so it is, you know, liberal conservatism, Democrats, but they're ever so slightly nudged in our direction, and now, so we're losing relations. Close trade? No, absolutely not. So we got impose sanctions, break trade agreement, support the network. Oh, here you go. So we have promote loyalists. We can't do that because support the network. Or support communists. Because, yes, so if we support our network in Brazil, our diplomatic expenses is going to go up per month. Relations to the US go down, but this is a little bit. We lose points, and then the strength of the service can go down because, obviously, they got more work to do. Oh, if the button is disabled and the foreign policy vector is above 50. You know what? We're just trying stuff here. So let's support the network. Boop. So promote loyalists. That'll push. We try to push them more toward us. It'll cost us more. Is that on top? Let's see. So that already took us down to negative 17. If I had that, okay, that does. That is a pretty. That's pretty hefty. Okay, well, we'll just keep an eye on that for later. Yeah, so it's interesting. But yeah, so I guess supporting loyalists and communists in other countries turns out expensive stuff. Okay, so Nobel Peace Prize Lord Andrei Sakharov, known for his dissident views, Churchill State Awards, expelled from Moscow to Gorky for criticizing our involvement in Afghanistan. And then in July, Sakharov said asking to allow his wife, Elena Bonner, to travel abroad and meet relatives. He promises to stop public experiences, conduct scientific work. On the one hand, Bonner can request asylum, but we can't really suck it off abroad so he knows in detail everything, the entire path. Okay. On the other hand, it would be a humane step in improving relations with the West. So, let her leave. They got a 50-50. We get relations with the West. And reformers and the Lib Dems, positive. And of course, the conservatives don't like it. Or something bad happens, we lose relations, and basically all bad stuff. Start propaganda, we can't do that because there aren't enough social patriots, neo-Stalinists, and conservatives. Or we can just do nothing. Okay, well, this is the only option that has the possibility of good things happening to people we like, so we'll give that a shot. Okay, so he'll continue his work, and so far he's refrained from making any anti-Soviet statements. We'll see how long that continues. Ooh, Comrade General Secretary. Recent our agent that managed to contact officer CIA officer Albert Ames. Not long ago, he was transferred to the Department that organized for territory and as a personal data American agent in the USSR. Ever since he began, it purely went on a drinking binge and fell into depression, claiming he was disillusioned with the way American foreign policy appeared to him. However, now he'll be able to help us in exchange for a certain amount of money and the payment of all his debts, which have accumulated quite a lot over the years. Oh, yeah, this is Pyotr Ivashtin, our chief of the intelligence directorate. So, we can recruit Ames full-time. A little hit to our income. The reformers and the Lib Dems don't like it. But everyone else does. Or we can have a one-time thing. Maintenance costs will increase annually. Oh, well. Oh, here we go. Look at that. So, U.S. combat readiness goes down. Public satisfaction goes down. I was thinking, so is the public satisfaction like with us or U.S. public satisfaction with the American government? It's not exactly clear. But you know what? Let's go for it. So you see $50,000. Wow. Under the code name Lyudmila. 12 to 25 CIA agents, including Major General Dmitry Polyakov, not Dmitry, colonels, lieutenant colonels, and imagine the U.S. suffered enormous damage. No, we were very much in the very heart of the CIA. Whoa. You love to see it. The influence of Americanism. Oh, that's in the. Oh no, that was one of the. That was a different thing. Okay, are we done here? Okay, we only need 3 more cybernetic points. So it looks like they've. They've. Okay, so they finished that. So the influence of Americanism is now increased. So we have unscientific philosophy. Okay, yeah, so another event from the demo. Very sad little kid. Tried to be a child diplomat. Didn't quite work out for her. Ah, well. Ministerial leapfrog. So if we're going to start implementing reforms, we need a new team. We're starting from the very top. And we're replacing Nikolai Tikhonov, who's 80. Wow. So we have Sherbetsky, quite closely with Brezhnev. So conservative, but really thrifty. We have Vitaly Vorotnikov, telling you several regions. Okay, a little thrifty, a little bit, a little that. Nikolai Ryzhkov, general manager at a Uralmash plant. Okay, secretary of the Central Committee for Economics. So he is thrifty and intrigue. Interesting. He's a reformer. So we have the candidates for this. This is going to be the prime minister. Or we can keep Tikhonov. Dude's 80, though. I lean toward Ryzhkov. Because he got... I mean, Sherbetsky's the best in terms of the thrift. But he's a conservative. Whereas Ryzhkov is an industrialist, a marketeer, and most importantly, he's unambitious. So he's not gonna try anything. Hey, there we go. So now we finished modern computer architecture, and we can begin the next one real quick. Okay, so we had the Francois Mitterrand. Right, yeah. So Mitterrand is a socialist, I think. Because we got an invitation from Francois Mitterrand to make an official visit to France. They're trending downward, but we're we're on pretty decent relations with the French. Yeah, so France is one of the countries where socialists are in power. We can continue to talk. On the other hand, after France is shortly deteriorated, yeah. So we can use it to break the Atlantic reliance. Is it worth it? Pivot to the east? Or go on ourselves and say to hell with everyone? Okay, so we need a we need something being researched. Yeah, so we can't. Oh, I remember. I had the same problem in the demo. Okay, so make the official visit, normalize relations. It could go. It could go well. It could go poorly. Yeah, same there. So the Euro Atlanticists will like it. We can you pivot to the east. China's just kind of. Yeah, I'm annoyed that we can't. Like we need like technology being researched, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, I got that prompt right there. Ugh. Or there's no point betting on anyone, so we can spend a bunch of authority and money. More influence in Africa. Laos joins Comecon. Kampuchea. Oh, but that's another. We're gonna spin the either way, so it could be positive or it could be negative. I don't know, man. I mean, the chance of splitting the U.S. and France / Europe, yeah, that's gonna be -10, -10 U.S., -15, -15. No, we'll be cool about it. We'll try to attempt to normalize relations. The meeting was more than successful. Okay. So we got 70, got 74. So it looked like it looked like a good positive there. Okay, yes. Let me do this real quick. Yeah, they're going down. If they do that, then okay. So the U.S. is going down postmodernism, which is wild. It's gonna be 1500 cybernetic and civil for postmodernism. Okay. Okay, so we could do another branch because right now we got military and physic points that we're not using. But if we take up something else, then yeah, that's gonna be physic and civil. Yes. That's gonna be all civil. That's military and physic we're not using. Proton collider. Yeah. I mean, we should probably make sure our people are fed. But adopt a new food program. Use high yield varieties. That's going to use civil. And we're using more civil points here. I'd love to have something that uses physic or military. Well, that uses military and physic. Military satellites, put spy satellites in orbit. Radar, military orbital, anti-satellite space weapons, but that's going to use civil though. Well, this would be all military. We're not using military for anything else. So new heavy equipment, large units, air defense, global war, modern blitzkrieg. Shit. See, that's bad. Yeah, I'm almost kind of tempted just to not do anything other than that, but oh, here we go. So diminishing returns. Yeah, you know what? We have military points. We're not using them. Okay, so we're doing military, cybernetic, and civil. So we're not using physic points. Is there anything that uses purely physic? No. Well, I take that back. The proton collider does. Nuclear plants. Okay, you know what? Let's go all in. We're kind of spreading. We're spreading ourselves a little thin research-wise, but if we're not using those points, what's the drawback? Okay, now the priorities are stated. We're changing. There is a need for a new program. Naturally, there's no consensus. Shocking. Some propose restoring the characteristics of the social and capitalism as a postponing and perfecting the socialism, and even deny the existence of socialism. Right, so this is if you're going like hardcore, like Marxist, Stalinist, socialist. So we remain committed to building communism, moderate/conservative. Aim at modernizing the socialist system. The moderates and the reformers like that. Okay, so this is so you think that'll actually reduce the power of the factions that we don't like, or return to the thesis of socialism versus capitalism. Okay, they like that. But I see the people we like don't necessarily. Yeah, we'll try to modernize. It's the least bad, but it benefits the people we like. It gives them more political power, and takes power away from the people we don't. And like, what is politics if not that? Because the construction of communism was once again postponed indefinitely. Okay, Geneva, summit with the U.S. During the negotiation, the main task force made the radical reduction of offensive nuclear weapons. However, the issue of Star Wars remains problematic, as it essentially threatens the anti-ballistic missile treaty. So we go not only the reduction, but also the cancellation of Star Wars. So we don't talk about Star Wars. We just reduce it. Ooh, so that'll nuke their combat readiness. It'll also hurt ours, but it'll hurt them worse. The military leadership loyalty will take a big hit. That's it's not great. Or talking about Reagan is pointless. We cancel the summit. No, you know what? If we're gonna go, we go big. So we want the weapons reduction, and we want Star Wars canceled. So yeah, the anti-Atlanticists don't like it anyway. Let's go for it. Go big or go home, right? Okay, so it was not possible to fully convince Reagan to shut down Star Wars. No shock there. Clarify the provision of the ABM treaty. Both sides once agreed the negotiation was waged. Agreed to include the state of the subject goals of community talks to prevent the arms race in space, stop it on Earth. Okay, and then our foreign minister and George Shultz. Kind of science education. Okay, so Aeroflot rise to the U.S. First World. Okay, so do we go up by 15 or by 5? Okay. Our combat readiness is just okay. The military leadership is still all right. I would like to know what the intelligentsia's what's their problem with the economy, because that's their biggest complaint beyond internal doctrines. Also, why is our budget suddenly bad? Wait, what? Wait, why do we have a loan with the U.S.? Oh, actually, the U.S. interest rate is actually comparatively good. Okay, so where do we find money to deal with all this? Oh boy. Employment, yeah, I don't want to. I don't necessarily want to mess with agriculture. That means people don't eat. But man, we don't have a whole lot of other places to like nip and tuck. We can shave a little bit off the civil servants. There, well, we'll try that. I am concerned. So yeah, at some point we need to stop not just reducing expenses. We actually need to start like making more money. But I'm not 100% sure how. Okay. They should not in the economy the only base. He nails the political system. Okay, so Yakovlev, second secretary, right? So, Supreme Party state power is exercised by the president. The president is elected by popular vote. Oh, so we don't. Oh, consider. Okay, so we don't have an option here. So just consider the proposal. Okay, the Iran-Iraq war has been going on for 5 years. Intended to provoke foreign intervention. Iraq attacked Iranian oil tankers near Kharn. Okay, Kuwait asked for protection for its tankers. The U.S. ignored it, but then we provided help, so that the U.S. did as well. Well, I'm sure the U.S. won't be back there anytime soon. Okay, so large-scale effort against Iranian oil platforms, which is thinking about to prevent the expansion of American influence. So we can put sanctions on Iran. Iran's going to hate that, obviously. We get more income, but yeah, the Comic-Con's not going to like it. Start an operation in Iran. We can do nothing. So it's going to hurt the U.S. combat readiness, but no one's going to... Well, the reformers and the liberals are going to like it. Everyone else, no. The special services and the military leadership won't like it either. Make a protest. Or we can protest. We can make a protest at the UN. I assume so that the hit to U.S. combat readiness comes from they're having to spread their forces elsewhere. We'll get 3 here, and we'll just. I don't know how much there's we can really do, and I don't want to tank the military service loyalty anymore by just doing nothing. I mean, yes, I got that. Thank you. Okay, so we're at the start of a new year. So obviously there is a lot here. I mean, we've seen there are like uh, buttons and sliders aplenty. Again, I what what the hell? Okay, oil. So the change here came from oil. Is that going to be a long? I don't. I feel like I'm always being reactive in terms of the economy and the budget. I'd like a clear idea of like what I need to do to actually do well. But as I said, we're not aiming for maximum high tier play. We're just seeing what the game has to offer. Okay, so the next planet's coming up, so we can squash the people we don't like. So we can squash the neo-Stalinists, the conservatives, the moderates, which would be dumb. They like us. Opposed to actually the reformers. That's okay. So they're the leading faction. Or we can play it cool. We get some unity. We get loyalty across the board. You know what? We've taken actions against like the neo-Stalinists and the conservatives at every other turn. Maybe let's just play it cool. Okay, Spain and Portugal. Okay, so they're part of the Spain and Portugal, part of Europe now. Not that they weren't already. Okay, yeah. See, oil is still the big reason why we're bleeding. So, oh my God, minus 32. Okay, so we're bleeding money in terms of that. So can we increase our own oil production? Do I have that option, or do I just need to suck this up and cut my budget elsewhere? Say, what do I do about this? I genuinely do not know. Say, this is all spent. Like, this is all like spending. This is all like outgoing money. Like, what do I do to make more? Like, if the like, do I put more money into like light industry? But that's just makes our balance further worse. And I don't know what. Like, it says like increase employment, light industry, luxury goods. I mean, it's great, but if we're still taking it in the neck in terms of oil, what can I do about that? I mean, I can. I don't know, man. I don't know. I am confuzzled. Okay, we're working on that, and that, and that. Okay, so having multiple researchers at the same time, that's not so bad. Oh, here we go. Fucking finally. So after the OPEC administers, abandoning quotas and price coordination were confirmed, oil prices begin to fall rapidly. Oh, thank God. Oh, so that's going to be bad for us. The American Saudis are clearly involved, which way we simply must react to this underhanded blow. So, we can slow the decline in oil prices, but the U.S. and China is going to hate that. Accelerate preparation of economic reform. But what? We can double oil production. So we get a one-time increase, but we're going to lose. Well, We can't do that, or we can't do anything about it. I don't like that. So our income oil export goes up here, but we piss off pretty much everyone. Rescue the economy from the crisis within August, not December. But how? Or we can double our oil production. But the whole thing. You know what? Let's see. What economic reform do we have the option for? So let's just see. Okay, yeah, the Iran-Iraq War. So strict neutrality early on. Obviously, that didn't work. So failed offensives and counteroffensive exhausted Iraq's war machine, but not Iran's. So Iraq's armed forces could collapse under the onslaught of Tehran's troops. Is that the hegemony of Shiite radicals, who see us as enemies of the Islamic Revolution, godless infidels, and imperialists. So we can back Iraq. Obviously, Iran is going to be real negative about that. So is Pakistan, Syria, and the Great Socialist People's Libyan Arab Jamahiriya. Or we can try to befriend Iran and then redirect the Ayatollah's forces. Obviously, Iran going to like that, Iraq not, and like the U.S. is going to hate that. Ooh, Iran will join Comecon, but Iraq will not. Continue the current policy, but secretly increase support for the Iraqi army to prevent its collapse. So, military leadership likes that. So Israel, Pakistan, Syria, and then Libya, they won't like that, but they'll only like it. They'll only not like it a little, or do nothing. Oh, the war button will be. Oh, okay. Honestly, with our economy in this state, I don't know that we can swing a war. Maybe we just don't. Yeah, we'll maintain quote-unquote neutrality. But anyone who says we're supporting Iraq is you know, that's just Western imperialist propaganda. Okay, so here's the Congress. So there's a way to make sure some disagreeable party members will not participate, but who exactly? Okay, so here we go. So we can try to take out some of our less favorite ones. So right now we have 4 Lib Dems, 11 Reformers, 23 moderates, 16 conservatives, 1 neo-Stalinist, and 1 social patriot. So that would be wasted. We could absolutely kneecap the conservatives. Or we can still play it cool. We gain some political authority. Everyone gains a little bit of loyalty, but the factions we don't like also gain a little bit of power, and the reformers lose a little bit. Yeah, so why would we go against the reformers? That's us. You know, it's +5. Every decision we made has been like anti those folks. You know what? We'll proceed peacefully, and I definitely won't regret this later. Okay, Soviet aviation under threat. Oh, in Afghanistan. Okay. Non-labor income? Free criminals in Krasnodar have built themselves palace-like houses. Yeah, they couldn't have been doing that through honest work. Oh no. Okay, so we measure to strengthen the fight against non-labor income. So corruption. A sharp intensification of anti-corruption measures. Okay, we're still bleeding money. Okay, so anti-corruption measures, crocodile falsification, shadow economy, material accountability. Okay, just cashless transactions with legalization of small private enterprise. Ooh, legalization of small private enterprises. I don't know about that. Okay, so we can adopt the decree. That's going to be good for the socialists, Stalinists, and conservatives. Senate for revision. So the plus 15th, the reserve. We still crack down on corruption and forgery. Actually, that's a lot of power to them. We can just reject it. Legalization of individual entrepreneurship. So more law and order, more light industry. Our people like it. It's a lot of corruption, though. Planned economy with elements of the market. Right now it's planned economy with elements of self-management. But this will give our faction more... Or, technically postpone the issue and forget about it. I really don't want to give power to the people who don't like us, so we're gonna try the Chinese approach, where if we experiment small scale at the local level. I'm definitely not going to come to regret that. Commissioner Katani. Okay, more corruption. So we got the Uzbek cotton affair, cotton cultivation. Okay, so we're basically paying for cotton that's not coming out of Uzbekistan. The Inomjon Usmonkso-Jayev. Ooh, that's a name. Okay, so asking for assistance in expanding the case not only in Tashkent but also in Moscow. So the elite won't like it, but will undermine the position of the conservatives and the old elite. So, try to crush the sword of justice upon the capital's corrupt officials. Okay, oh, this is gonna nuke the conservatives. Interesting, so the reformers, liberal Democrats, and neo-Stalinists all like it. Huh. Oh, similar process has been carried out in all the Eastern republics. Or the Uzbek state will not contain beyond Uzbekistan. So Uzbekistan's going to hate it, but won't do much here. Or we can either ignore it and grease the palms of the conservatives. No, I think time to bring down the sword of justice. The first to be arrested was Yuri Chervanov, Brezhnev's son-in-law. Ooh. Quel scandale. Yeah, how's our science doing? Oh, this is actually done. So if we were to do that, that would take physics and civil, We're now using physic and mill. That would take mill and cybernetic. And we're still working on this. See, we don't really need that. Nuclear plant modernization. And go, oh, hang on. Okay, all of a sudden our services sector is shot up, and we have a we're hugely in the black. Yeah, we're making money again. How did that happen? I don't know. I'm happy about it though. So do we try to modernize the nuclear power plants? Fast neutron, experimental fusion, in-depth quantum research. Well, yeah, it would be. It's gonna be physic and civil. Right now we're using. Yeah, we're still using cybernetic and civil. Let's hold off. Let's wait until this finishes. Okay, so yeah, the U.S. is bombing Libya. I remember Sam Kinison talking about this. Or the U.S., quote-unquote, accidentally bombed the French embassy. Okay, so Gaddafi's one of the most important allies in North Africa. We must do something, but if we support Libya, it could hurt U.S. Risk with the U.S. Okay, so we can't launch a Soviet military because we need 70 or more combat readiness. Honestly, I'm kind of okay with that. Defend Libya in exchange for increased oil prices. So Libya will join Comecon. So Libya's under our influence. Yeah, people we don't like will like it. It'll hurt relations with the U.S., but oh well. Ooh, -10 combat readiness. Remain neutral. And it's going to be under the influence of the U.S., though. Yeah. Hang on. If we remain neutral, we got -50 relations with the U.S. But that's -5. That's -15. How is neutrality nuking our U.S. relations that much? I have no idea. Hey, well, express protest. It's like the... Yeah, there's no real good option there, I don't think. Oh, hang on. So we've been going for... Yeah, it's May of 86, so we should... I think... Yeah, so we can do this. So for a one-time 5-hit there, which, by the way, we're doing very well all of a sudden, we can get more physics, more civilian points, and more. Absolutely. So a unified architecture will make it possible to standardize equipment and software, simplify the training, support, and modernization of computers. Yay, computers! Oh, and then now that has opened up a whole lot of stuff. Man, look at all that. Okay, so now we can introduce a main unified operating system. Now, do we... Here we go. So, every computer is more capable and accessible. Just your software that can be different than before. Ooh, choosing one of these operating systems will have the set the vector of development for years to come. We have NDOS, compatible with MS-DOS. Detailed documentation is most convenient if you plan to continue to engage in industrial espionage. Also, we're engaging in industrial espionage. Who knew? In most, we're on almost any model of domestic computers, and due to the ease of installation portability, is the most convenient. Okay. CSI-DOS is the most advanced, supports only color, which is a breakthrough and a great achievement, and can also be used with music equipment. But not all domestic will be able to support it. High requirements, or we have NIS, a unique and promising domestic system. The only one that is not an adaptation of Western developments, but because this is not supported by all of our IVMs. So we can just kick it down the road. So Andos, that's our industrial espionage one. More civilian, a little bit more service and light industry power. We get heavy industry, military industrial, and military points. CSI DOS will be really expensive. Cost military or political authority rather. But interesting. So that'll actually if I'm reading it right, that'll actually account for the opposition strength growth. Or we can go miss. Ooh, that's gonna these are gonna absolutely nuke our monetary reserve though. Ugh. I mean, so light industry, services versus heavy industry and military industrial. Who's services doing? Yeah, services and light industry are doing the most for us in terms of the economy. So I'm thinking Ondos. We'll go with our strong suit. So what's our next? Okay, so mass production. We can get to that when we finish wide PC available, which we're not quite there. 12 mil, 15 physic. I mean, we're not using those right now. Should we do military satellites? You know what? Sure. Go for it. What could go wrong? Oh! What could go wrong? Chernobyl. That's what could go wrong. Okay, in the early morning, May 1st, 1986, a catastrophe for the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. We must prevent public panic and eliminate the consequences. So, classify as secret. Ooh, okay, that's rough. Urgently eliminate the consequences and begin evacuation. Okay, Hersey Unity, Hersey Ecology. Effects will reduce with each year. Attempt to secretly eliminate the accident's aftermath. Or shut down the NPP and start a campaign against nuclear power. Well, obviously we're not going to do that. Yeah, let's. Yeah, again, this is the least bad option, and for Chernobyl, that's saying something. Okay, large-scale oxidation tends to have people move deep into the country. Okay, so we put the cement sarcophagus over it. I say, okay, so. Okay, Afghanistan. Oh yeah, that other thing. So what do we do about Afghanistan? Time to reconsider our policy. The current leader is passive, barely governs. Second in command is willing to negotiate with moderate opposition groups. Or some of the military proposed radical methods put forth the candidacy of the hardline Kulkist, known for his assassinations, brutality, and deep ties within the army. Who's... Okay, so I have to figure... Yeah, this might be something for our combat readiness as well. So, we can stick with Karmal, which nobody particularly likes. Afghanistan, this is the Najibullah, who's willing to negotiate with moderate opposition groups. The strength of the special services will take a hit, but the compromising of the peaceful will like it. Pakistan, China, NATO will. Watanjar. Yeah, or yeah, let's see if we can wrap that shit up. Like the sooner that gets wrapped up, the sooner we can devote our energies elsewhere. Glasnost. Every revolution begins with taking control of the media. Perestroika is revolutionary in nature, so we must take control of television, radio, and the press. Conservative mind editors dominate this, so it's time to replace them. So we can say, nah. Replace them with supporters of moderate reforms. Ooh, okay. So the radical opposition is really not going to like it. It's going to be great for our people. Actually, yes, upswing in civil liberties. And like our... Actually, so the moderates, reformers, Lib Dems, and the informal socialists are all for it. We can't do this because... Oh, so we need informal socialists. And yeah. Okay. So we're going to get an upswing in radical opposition anyway, so we might as well give the folks some civil liberties while we do it. Yeah, reform is fine as long as it stays within the bounds of the socialist cause. Okay, so yeah, I think... So I said earlier, it looked like there's some big swings in values in our relation. So yeah, I think there is an equilibrium in some of these. It's like once it hits it, like those big swings go away. So I assume that exists for all of these as well. Okay, we're working on that. And we're just a few civil points away from finishing wide PC availability. That'll be lovely. And now, yeah, our budget appears to have stabilized, and that's almost certainly because of the oil prices. Okay, I don't yet. Our reserves took a big hit while we were during that oil crisis. So I'm happy letting them recover a little bit. Excuse me. Alex. Alex. Jews are everywhere? Come on, man. What are you doing here? Good grief. Okay, yeah, relations with Israel, not ideal. We are closer with the Arab world. Immigration to the USSR, from the USSR to Israel was not encouraged. Israel became important as a symbol of fascism, an American republic, and apartheid. Can't imagine why. So in 1985, we began negotiations with Israel to resume relations. However, it has evidently been very difficult. We must make concessions that we're going to practice and change towards Israel. It's best to start with the repatriation of Jews. Okay, so we can allow Jews to repatriate to Israel. West is going to like that. Israel's going to like that. Oh, interesting. So that's going to be a hit to the radical opposition. Obviously, the Arabs aren't going to like that. Okay, so it's going to change our migration policy to paid immigration from Iron Curtain within our alliance. We can stay where we are. Obviously, the Arabs are going to like that. Everyone else not so much, especially Israel. We have our own Israel, and more. Let's invest in the Jewish Autonomous Oblast. So, agriculture, services, self-fulfillment, consensus, selectivity. I mean, honestly, I kind of don't hate that. Yeah, the compromising, the openness, yeah, they're not going to like it. The intelligentsia, were they? Or we can go full anti. Oh, character Evgeny Evseyev and Valery Emelianov. So, do we... I wouldn't mind taking the shaving off some of the radical opposition. They've been making steady gains this whole time. As the agricultural services +5 each. But it says power. I'm not 100% sure what power means. But still, if this, yeah, if people don't want to be here, fine, get out. Oh, well, hang on. Oh, gosh darn it. I just had to see, yeah, so that tells me we can actually make changes to our doctrines now because we're more than a year in. So we can go, we can start making changes. So if we move from protectionism to import substitution, that's actually going to hit our income, increase corruption and forgery, but it's going to hit the U.S. economic stability. Okay. Or you can go friendly protectionism, but no, import but only from countries not in our bloc. So, bring it in for people, from those we actually were friendly with. That's not so bad. Okay, yeah. So right now we moved from, we moved ourselves to planned economy with market elements because of the allowing the rural entrepreneurship. What is birdcage? Oh, taking advantage of the market economy, but keeping it under strict government control. So more income from agricultural, light industry, and services, but more corruption, less unemployment, and less self-fulfillment. Interesting. According to by average uses, prices on goods should decrease it by. Okay, that's probably gonna that's gonna nuke our income. Where we have full control price, we go to 3 price categories: fixed price, upper price ceiling, and free market. Income from light services and industry, we like that. So self-fulfillment goes down by 1, employment goes down by 1. Oh, so and we can do that because we have planned economy with elements of the market. So light industry in the sector, light in the services sector go up by 25%. So light industry would be up by about 22-ish, 25-ish, and then services by 25. Do you want to try that? Again, we're just here trying stuff, so yeah, let's try to change our doctrine to go to 3 price categories. Okay, so we have 4 voting systems, all the doctrine of legislative right, sole dictatorship, party oligarchy, representative direct democracy. Okay. So if we did this right now, we'd have 42 votes for, 14 against, and yeah, we would absolutely dunk on those suckers. Let's do it. So we spent 25 political power points and 25 funds from the reserve to accept. Do it. Death of loved one. Okay, in Vietnam. Oh, so who do we... Oh, yeah, because the Russia / the Soviet Union and Vietnam were very tight. Like, to the point where China got annoyed with that tightness and invaded Vietnam. Just to say that, hey, by the way, your Soviet friends can't protect you. You should be cool with us instead. It's that third Vietnam War that no one seems to talk about. Okay, so are we going to back any of the Vietnamese candidates? So, and I'm going to butcher these pronunciations, and I apologize in advance. Trong Chin, a moderate, gradual introduction of market mechanisms. Okay. Nguyen Van Linh, the renovation policy, faster and more radical reforms. Market economy, open up for okay, so that's a little bit too much. Or Do Moi, more leftist conservatism, supported by another okay. Was skeptical about radical reforms. Okay. So, so we can back. So Vietnam gets socialist reformism, left pragmatism, or I see. So we're gonna lose influence there regardless. So a lot of it socialist reformism or leftist pragmatism. You know what? I'm okay with either of those. So let's let the Vietnamese do whatever they're going to do. Okay, no, Trong won. And it said he's not in good health. Okay, well, you know what? It's fine. Okay, oh wow, holy cow. Okay, so the effects of our 3 price category are kicking in. We got a lot more money to play with. Are we still? No, okay, we need 10 more. Okay, but now that we got a plus 100. What do you say we? Well, yeah, we're dealing with Chernobyl, the act. So I'm gonna click 1 there. Anyway, what do we need? I need more civil. yeah, we'll kick up civilian technologies. And we'll kick medical, because that's more points all around, plus healthcare. And the way I hear it, people like healthcare. Oh yeah, yeah, we had the corruption issue. We could do something about that. Actually, we shaved off state propaganda. Let's kick that up. And there we go. And maybe one more for education, just a little bit. Or do we go? No, no. Our services sector is absolutely balling out right now. So let's go with, well, okay. Thing is, like, if you put more into civilian technology, we also get like big bumps to corruption, which is awkward to say the least. Okay, yeah, let's go with what we have for now, and we'll bank a little bit there as well. What do we got? Okay, here we go. So rescue the economy from crisis. We just had we brought this forward. It was going to be in December. Okay, throughout the 80s, economic reform projects. The first was Gosplan of the Kosygin reform, restoration of the rights of enterprise directors, cooperative ownership, and reduction of the role of the state agencies. Okay, that's probably the more market reform. Second, elements of private ownership, reduction of plan indicators. Okay. Tightening financial policy, gradual abandonment of directive planning indicators, liberalization of prices. I think we just did that. The fourth, strengthened state control. And the final concept, Chess in the Leningrad region, consolidation of the entities, mainly large. Okay, so do we liberalize or do we consolidate? So, or we can do absolutely nothing, which the conservatives like. Go figure. The concept of developing NGOs. Yeah, we don't have enough of the right people. Yeah, so we've committed to the market reform kind of vector, so we can't necessarily do that. So we can go with the Politburo Commission. We change to Titoism from plan with market elements. Or we can go to the Academy of the Sciences, which the conservatives don't like either. So we go Titoism, or we go birdcage like we just saw. Okay, I would like the ability to be able to see what these are. And see, I don't. I looked at the birdcage. Oh yeah, let me. So the first two: enterprise directors, cooperative ownership, less state agencies, and economic management. Or is it no? We're skipping that one. So private ownership, reduction of planned indicators, horizontal ties between republics and enterprises. The Academy of Sciences tightens policy. Gradual abandonment of directed plan indicators, liberalization of prices and foreign economic activity, and the creation of a private and cooperative sector. Okay, so there's going to be private sector activity regardless. So do we want Titoism? Oh, sorry, we have that one as well. We have the ghost plan. But the conservatives like that one. See, I don't know what Qatarism is. I would like the ability to see what it is. So we can go Qatarism, we can go Titoism, or we can go birdcage. Okay, so purely because I actually looked, I think I have a vague idea of what birdcage is. So I guess we'll do that. Now, so Qatarism, some more agricultural light industry, less heavy industry income. Okay. Titoism. Oh, so that brings inflation. That brings inflation. Oh, they all bring inflation. Okay. So Titoism, agriculture, light industry, services. That okay. Income mill industrial complex. Okay, so it's like deindustrialization. But we went with birdcage. So agricultural, light industry. Oh, but services, all right. Basic industry up. More corruption, less than. Okay, well. Oh. So due to mutual exclusions, okay, so, yeah, so this might force us out of that, which I don't love, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so the effect of doctrine inconsistency. So light industry power goes down, service power goes down. Okay, well we don't like that because they're the ones making us our money. Okay, group of party members demands the politician be exiled. For too long, Vasily Kuznetsov has been poisoning our Greek party with its presence. The patience of our Hazel Sons is overflowing. Okay, so Vasily Kuznetsov. Oh wow, 85. And this is coming from Kromiko, who is, I mean, he's no spring chicken himself, but he's kind of more aligned with us. So Kuznetsov is, oh, he wants to be Presidium Chairman Supreme. Well, that's just too bad, too damn bad. So we can have him retire. The conservatives will hate it, of course. We can send him to a minor position. So they'll love that. They'll kind of like that. Refuse and retire the leader of the conspiracy, so Kromiko will retire instead. Or we can do nothing. So, look at the 10 most influential politicians outside the conspiracy. Okay, we're gonna, we want Kuznetsov to do some quiet quitting. We're not gonna retire him, but we're gonna give him a corner office with no windows. Oh, we have another one. This coming from Shevardnadze, who wants to be foreign minister, even though he has it was terrible diplomacy. Mikhail Yasnov, an 80-year-old conservative. Damn. Okay, well, I hear there's a nice corner office with no windows. Did we mean to have two of those happen back to back? Are we still not? We're still not done with this. My God. what are the Americans doing? Okay, the Americans are still working on postmodernism. That that picture. Also, holy crap. Hey, they demand the removal of Boris Yeltsin. I've heard of that guy. So Yeltsin is abusing his position, says Pyotr Demishev, who absolutely hates us. So, we can remove him. Let's see, Yeltsin has a 5 in intrigue. Remove Yeltsin. Okay, he wants Ministry of Industry. That's not open. Say, nah, bruh. Or we can categorically start a media campaign against Pyotr Demishev. Yeah, dog. Don't you come for cuddly little Boris. How dare you? Okay, so I think our relations have stabilized. We're kind of bleeding leadership loyalty. Maybe we can do something about that. But our economy, as much as I complain about our economy, yeah. So you find the aspect that's making you the most money, and then you treat that well, and the oil price isn't greater. Turns out you can do just fine. Social Initiatives Club. Informal associations discussing social initiatives. We take it totally to create a living creativity of the masses. So in fact, informal socialists will be legalized. Some people will get into politics. We can say, nah, or no, we can't do that because we don't have enough of the right people. Yeah, you know what? Who doesn't like going to the club? And plus, the intelligentsia will like it. Okay. Oh wait, I do see we're just about over 2 hours, and I did say I would kind of wrap this up right about then. So people who are want to get an idea like what the first 2 hours would be, in case you want to look at the game, maybe if it's not your thing, play it a little bit and then refund it. As I say, the demo is available, so you can play the first year and then see what's working for you. And then if you the demo is free, you can try that. But yeah, the base the game itself is only $8, so it's still like one of those like massive multi-DLC paradox grand strategy games. So Charles Hader pitches Ted to the White House to have an hunter demanding the irregulars in the arms race and renouncing its nuclear weapons. So, if we want to do anything about that, we can launch a media campaign in support of him. We can bring him in and then really annoy the West, or we can do nothing and then say, and then the U.S. will appreciate that. You know what? No. Hey, bud, why'd you come out here? We got food out here. You can eat. So many Soviet cities gave pacifists in. Okay, so he's not necessarily staying, but we invited him for a visit. Okay, well, that's nice. Postmodernism, the ideological weapon of decaying capitalism. Okay, so I wonder if this is linked to the that first tech. Okay, penetration of postmodernism. The intelligentsia get more loyal. They get a little less. Yeah, the health. Interesting. So postmodernism reduces our health care. Wonder how that works. Are we? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so they finished. They must have finished that. We're 4 civil points away. Okay, I know I said I was gonna stop, but I want to get that one check done, and then we'll call. Okay, negotiation not going smoothly. Shocking. 3 issues: the reduction of offensive weapons, missiles in Europe, and in Star Wars. The Americans keep harping on about travelers in the Afghan issue. Should we continue dealing with his administration? We can demand. Okay, military orbital object. Yeah, we didn't get that. That's fine. Make concessions on missiles. We must also consider our own interests. We're not going anywhere, or make concessions on Afghanistan and immigration. Who's the DRA? I don't know. So migration policy changes to except for specialists. Now it's paid immigration. So we get liberalization in either of these. Oh, military leadership loyalty minus 15. Ugh, it's not great right now. Yeah, we have to consider our own interest. No, we're not gonna give you a thing, Ronnie. Okay, well, well. What are you gonna do? Are we? My God, one civil point. You know what? You know what? Oh, and now we have a negative 11. Why? Who the hell knows? Oh, refinance rate. An important element when controlling inflation in a market economy. Are we a market economy though? Oh, okay. Okay, for each point below 15, the cost of servicing debt is okay. So having is a drive down. I don't. Okay, let's not. Okay, I'm good for. Okay, for 1 month we're gonna kick that up. The U.S. is preparing to expel 25 of our diplomats charged with espionage. The bastards. Okay, he... Okay, so do the same. Do not provoke if they were spies. Protest at the UN. Or do nothing. No, we can't just let them do that without, clapping back at least a little bit. Okay, yeah, they say, oh, they're espionage regarding the KGB. I mean, that's obviously a forgery. They're lying liars who lie. Okay, there, good, finally. So wide PC availability is done. They're finishing that. Domestic, yeah, I'll queue that up. Obviously, we're not going to finish that today. But now we can go to decisions, computers. So domestic internet, we need domestic intranet first, so we're working on that. But now we can do mass production of computers at affordable prices. Okay, so the Academy of the Sciences. So we're going to computerize schools. So we options for development of text PC, purchase of Packintosh from the American company Pineapple, but their equipment and size quality is quite expensive. Apple products expensive? Who ever heard of such a thing? Okay, yeah, we're not, yeah. There's the tech embargo. So invest budgetary funds to develop Soviet personal computers, largely borrowed from Pineapple 2, but have significantly improved to where it completely reveals the full power of the architecture. Or we can buy Yugoslavian computers, not the most advanced, but characterized by low price and ease of assembly, which should be good enough. So, we can drop 15? So, increase special service strength, increase the accessibility of education. Heavy industry takes a little bit of a hit. Strength of services takes a little bit of a hit. Minus 30, minus... Well, why? Yeah, let's keep it home. We'll go Soviet computers for Soviet citizens. Okay, I am concerned about the military leadership loyalty. Well, the intelligentsia for that matter. Sheesh. I mean, I've been doing pretty much everything they wanted. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so we let the Elena Bonner lady go, and she's talking. So the Sakharov issue, you just do nothing. Create a Sharashka. So we can allow free travel without, or deprive Sakharov of citizenship and deport him abroad. You know what? Go on. Just go on. Get out of here. Yeah, you come back if you don't quit talking in public. Okay. Yeah. We've been going for about almost 2.5 hours now. Okay, it just never ends, does it? Iran-Contra. Yeah, the U.S. is funneling weapons. Yeah, just... Okay, you know what? I am going to call it there. Also, our economy is dipped again, but our reserves are back in good shape. Yeah, military satellite's still not done. Okay, so that science goes slow. Anyway, yeah, we're going to leave it there. Can I save? There we go. Yeah, let's save real quick. Oh yeah, so that's it. They do give you kind of the little political access to where you are. Right now we're here, so we're kind of like pragmatic leftism ? Okay, yeah, we're gonna leave it there. So we played a couple years. That should give you an idea what Crisis in the Kremlin Cold War is all about. Can we go back to the main menu? Okay, anyway, but just on the off chances it's gonna move us right to the move us right to the desktop. So we're gonna leave it there. But yeah, so that was Crisis in the Kremlin, the Cold War. As I say, came out in July 11th in full release. As you see, there is a lot here. Lots of knobs, lots of sliders, lots of different ways you can kind of make, shift and reform and remake. You can go the reformist direction, like kind of we are. You can slam on the brakes and try to recreate the glory days of like Lenin and Brezhnev if you want to. There's lots of different ways you can go. As you can see, like not all of it is like very clearly explained. Probably gonna be a fair bit of trial and error. Maybe play through a couple times, see, find out what pushing which buttons does what. But for a grand strategy game of this depth at this price point, I'd say it's pretty impressive. And I know like the Nostalgames folks they've been through a lot trying to get this thing out in good time. So, as I said, we're going to leave it there. So, thanks folks for hanging out. As I said at the start, if you do want me to, if you want to see more of the game, we get into the 90s. You drop a comment down in the doobly-doo. Just let me know that you like what you see. But yeah, otherwise, give it a look for yourself. Try out the demo if you're not sure, but you think it kind of looks like your thing. But anyway, thanks again to you folks for hanging out. We'll see you next time, and bye for now.